guys, how's it going? We are getting our sound settings set and we'll be ready to rock shortly. Do do do. Get all my stuff ready here. Gonna work on Narmaya horns. Woo! They're so cute. As I drop them on the ground. It's fine. Everything's fine. And yesterday, we made these super cute little Narmaya ears. They're adorable. And they just slip onto my own ears. Super easy. Ta-da. Got a little more crushed than I intended it to.
All the volume seems good.
Sweet.
The camera is freezing every once in a while. I think we might just be having a slow internet
Yeah,
day.
I think it's a spiky day.
Yep. Spiky day.
Spiky net day. We have terrible internet. And like no other options other than terrible internet. It's a shame, but that's okay. Do. Sweet. Almost all set here. As my phone starts blowing up. Cool. Just making sure there's no fires to put out. Making sure nobody's texting me or messaging me like, hey, your stream's not working. Think we're good. Let's see. So I've got my ears. I've got a horn. We're working on a pattern for her horns, because we're going to make those out of foam. So I want a pattern first. I need to quit setting it down on the very delicate point. Brian is going to be working on scabbard for her super awesome sword. This thing's gorgeous. Look how pretty. It's so pretty. I love it so much. It's so shiny. Yeah. Ooh. As I whack it into the ceiling. How tall is this sucker? Like 5.5 feet maybe? How big are you? We haven't actually measured this big boy. That's 56 inches. It's bigger than that. Size matters. I'm just curious. 56. Is that really only 62? That can't be right. That can't be only 62 inches. Nah, I can't add. It's not 62 inches, it's 67 inches. That makes more sense. So I'm like, I'm 63 inches and it's taller than me. Yes, so it is 67-inch long katana of doom. Doom! I love this thing. Soon, we'll be able to start wrapping the handle, and I'm looking forward to that. But we ain't there yet. Hopefully soon. There's cat hair stuck in it, but that just adds character.
That's over that. It's fine.
That's the Goth Cosplay signature. Some people sign their pieces. Some people work like little mementos into the seam allowances. We just work more cat fur into it. What do you think, babe?
Not much, babe. I think the phone is just some, or I think the connection is just internet related.
Fair. Are we getting feedback from the TV upstairs?
Yep. Good.
No, are we getting feedback? Like, does the volume on the TV need to go down?
No.
Just making sure that the super
Yeah.
awesome mic doesn't pick enough stuff upstairs.
I'll turn it down just to be on the safe side. Love you.
I love you too. Alright. Let's get to taping. So last time, I did my super fun, words are hard. I did my normal way of making random shaped stuff, which is crumple up a bunch of aluminum foil until it's the shape I want it. So that's how we came up with these really cute horns for Narmaya. They're adorable. Aw, thanks.
I think we're on about a minute delay.
Cool. And then phase 2 of patterning out my tinfoil shape is to cover it in painter's tape. You could use duct tape or masking tape. I just happen to have painter's tape on hand, so that's what we're using. Set the ears aside for now. Still need to sand those. I meant to do that before I started streaming today, and that didn't happen. But that's okay. We'll get them sanded eventually.
And then, moving on to what has been going on with the sheath.
Meanwhile, in Brian Land.
Yeah. So, the only thing we've done additional since yesterday is we've now taken the interior of the sheath and have covered it in a layer of wood glue. And the main purpose of that is to make it smooth, because we're going to be having something sliding into and out of it. And oh no, looks like it's still drying on the very tip. Bummer. So I'm going to hold off on actually gluing the top section of this down until it has completely dried out and we know we're happy with the texture on it. And then once that's on there, we'll go ahead and sand the outside of it, get it nice and smooth and in the right shape that we want, and then we'll do a glue layer wrap around the outside to reinforce it and make it strong and add all the decorative features and details and stuff like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I'm curious to see what Tally decides to walk around on. She's been distracting me from working on the wig by laying on the wig, so I'm curious what she's gonna do while I'm working on taping things. Right now she's over sulking by the treats, waiting for us to do the right thing and give her all of them. Key with laying down all this tape is to use small-ish pieces and go around gradually. You don't want to like wrap it around and around and around, because you'll end up compressing the tin foil underneath and mucking up the shape that you made. So you want to lay everything nice and gently. And the tape does not like to stick to the tin foil, which is fine. It'll stick to itself, which is all I really need. She has kind of a hard ridge on the outer side of her horn, more like this edge. So I'm trying to make sure I capture that in the tape. And I'm gonna do multiple layers on the tape, just to help it hold as much shape as we can get it to. Doing my best to let the tape fall where it may, as we follow all those curves as best we can. Gets a little funky as the curves get tighter towards the top. We make it work. What you looking for, babe? Doing a dance. Nice. Are you flossing? You're doing the floss dance?
No.
I think that's what the kids call it.
Nope.
No?
Not.
Ugh. Are you looking for something?
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at finding things. What do you need?
Project. It's not dry yet.
Oh.
So now I'm just like,
Aw. I'm sorry. Aw.
Not a super lot amount of prop work to do, unless you
Not
want to sand
really.
these things down for you.
If you think you can sand them very carefully without obliterating them. Meticulous is not really your strong suit. I think it'd be safer if I took care of it.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm gonna make you another sword.
Another sword? I don't need another sword. We're into the land of super tiny pieces of tape. Okay, that one was my hair. At least it wasn't still attached.
I'm gonna go ahead and just close it up anyways.
Yeah, you think it'll be alright?
Yeah,
Sweet.
because it's still gonna be hollow on the inside. So it's just gonna take a little bit longer to dry because it's just piled up on that side.
Ah, yeah.
But this way I can start working on sanding and
Get the
everything else.
outside worked on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just being careful not to shove the sword in it until it's actually dry. Yeah, you got this, babe. I believe
Apply
in you. Apply heat. Almost done with the top. We're getting there.
So is this the first horn? Oh, you're only gonna do one.
I'm only gonna pattern one horn. That's why I make patterns, so I only have to like pattern it once.
That makes sense.
You are Team YOLO. I'm not so good at that skill.
Mm.
So yes, we make one horn and one pattern, and then we make 2 horns from the pattern.
Nice.
Easy, easy. Even like getting that ridge in there.
Yes, I can see that.
And the point like curves backwards a little bit, so it's got a little like shape and definition to it. It's so cute. Here you can see that ridge a little better. Yeah. So then that would be the back of the horn. And that would be the front. And from different angles, if I tip my head forward a little bit, you'd see that little curve pop up on the tip of the horn. It'll be so cute. Narmaya's adorable and I love her.
Now, when you actually are doing the pattern, are you going to add any material on top of the tape, or is it just going to be drawing it onto the tape?
I am going to do more layers of tape and then just draw straight on the tape with a marker where I want my seam lines and my matching up points and then cut her apart.
Cool.
Yeah. Super easy.
Uh-huh.
Just meticulous.
And then the extra layers of tape will allow the tape to keep its shape when you cut it off.
Yes, it adds more stability so that if when I pull it off, if like one piece of tape on the underlayer comes detached, it could ruin the shape if there's only one layer of tape on there. So to maintain the shape, we want more layers of tape.
Excellent.
Shape and tape and shape and tape.
Facts with Vicky.
Facts! Logic, kind of, I think. The means behind my madness.
Oh, nice. How's
What?
it going, Jay?
Hey!
Glad you could stop by.
What up?
Vicky is performing her wizardry by making adorable horns.
Ah, so cute.
Oh, snap. And Nick's in the
Hey,
house
Konami.
as well.
Now it's a party.
Uh-huh.
How's it going, guys?
And we are planning on showing your video off some more, Nick, of the sticker commission that you did for us.
Yes.
So feel free to stick around, Jay, and we'll let you know when we're going to be letting that rock. It is quite entertaining. Alright, I'm going to start contact submitting.
Do it. You are the glue wizard.
Glue wizard! Our cat is not moving.
Nope. You can just barely see her feet right there. There are the cat feet. There are the cat treats. Someone wants something. I once made the grave mistake of trying to train the cat. Because she always likes to get on my fabric while I'm in the middle of cutting it, or otherwise, needing to use it for something. And she likes to lay on it and get in my way and just hang out the rest of the day. And I thought, okay, I'll train the cat. I'll train her to, go hang out on this nice cushy cat bed that I got for her. That is on the cutting table, which you can see over there. Nice cushy cat bed. No, she would rather lay on the fabric. So I'm like, I'll train her to go lay over there on the cat bed. And whenever she lays on the cat bed, she'll get a treat. Less than 10 minutes later, the cat has learned if I'm in the basement, I get 15 treats now, apparently. And she has never let me forget this mistake. So now when she wants treats at 10 o'clock at night, just as I'm about to fall asleep, we hear from the basement the song of her people. And if we don't answer, she'll come to the top of the basement steps and look at us and continue to sing the song of her people in our faces. Guys. Guys, you're not doing a thing. Give me the goods. Just not spoil it all. Yes. So now we got covered all the way up to the top. Yeah. Now we gotta work on covering the bottom of the horn. So Jay, are you guys still in quarantine or are you free yet? Konami is so jelly of the character design and look of Granblue. It's like, damn, video games. That's about the thought we had when we saw it. Like, oh. So this is what Arxis has been working on while they're not producing Guilty Gear. But now we're finally getting Guilty Gear. Hopefully, eventually. Someday. Someday.
Arxis didn't design the characters.
Oh, that's fair. Arxis did not design the characters. Were they just the game engine then?
Yeah, they did all. They turned them into a ridiculously awesome fighting game.
Sweet. Look at me trying to act like I know how to talk about video games.
It's fine.
I'm a poser, it's true. I try to stay informed.
You do a good job, babe.
I like video games.
I am hella looking forward to Strive whenever that drops, but that'll be a while.
Yes, Strive will be awesome.
In the meantime, Granblue Fantasy Versus is pretty sweet.
Yes.
And I'll be streaming some of that sometime soonish. Maybe tomorrow, actually.
Yeah?
Because I have the capture card now.
Ooh, yes. So maybe some Granblue streaming soon. / maybe tomorrow. Granblue is so pretty.
Yes.
So pretty.
That's Arxis at work there. They make the best looking fighting games.
Yes, they do. Well, even like the mobile game artwork is gorgeous.
Yeah. They got them Final Fantasy design team back in them on some of their designs.
So pretty. What's not pretty is that particular piece of tape that I just laid down, but that's okay. It's gonna get covered by more tape. Not critical. I may be team meticulous, and I try my best, but some days we just gotta keep rolling. Keep having to remind myself that some like little shape imperfections in the tape form is fine, and I don't need to fix them right now, because when I actually make this out of foam, I can sand those high points down and it's gonna be okay. I am somewhat perfectionist to a fault.
Now you are perfectionist to a fault.
Ow!
It's fine. I'm the exact opposite.
YOLO to a fault?
YOLO to a fault.
It's true. Yo.
Get ready to tag team this thing with me.
Sweet.
This one will be the most difficult and the most critical.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we got one shot.
Yep.
To not waste 2 days of work.
Yep. You got this, babe. I believe in us.
Let's go, team.
Yo. I'm assuming we're flipping
Yep.
that one on top.
So, that point that you have is the most important.
Yup.
You need to try and line up all sides at the same time, though.
Cool. I'll do my best. Got it.
Cool. I'm gonna start slowly lining up all edges.
Yup.
There will probably be some stretching and some deformity, which happens just because we're using thinner foam, and whenever you apply the chemicals from the glue as well as heat to the foam, it's going to stretch it and cause it to expand in weird, unpredictable spaces. Not to an extreme degree, but when you're trying to be precise, it can throw some wrinkles into it, which is why we sand afterwards. But we have a very thin base that we're working on with this.
Yes, we don't have a lot of room to sand.
Yeah.
We have some, but not poodles and infinite amounts. Walking it down.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to put my hair up again. Never fails. It's because it's wet.
I love you.
I love you too. I went out in public, so I had to wash it.
Yeah, the joy of going out in public and then showering every time you come back home to disinfect.
Yup. So I've been averaging like 2 showers a day. Annoying but necessary.
Definitely want the base as wide as possible.
Thanks. Got landing in my line of sight. I love contact cement.
Contact cement is freaking amazing.
Boom. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Look how smooth that edge is.
So this is our base for the sheath. And remember what I said about heat altering the shape of the foam? This side and this side are the same length. And
Yep.
we have that much overhang after laying the top piece.
Like a full inch.
Yeah, which is going to cause it to actually be pulling and sucking up in one direction. Not to an extreme degree, but again, that just goes to show like the example of how warping can happen with the foam. And we're just going to fight that down by sanding it and shaping it into what we want. The important thing is that we've created this hollow sleeve for the sword to go down.
Yee.
That again, 100% YOLO, 0% math. So once the glue has set, I'm just gonna slide the sword in there, and we're gonna hope that it doesn't explode the sheath. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Also, it's
Or
amazing.
heartbreaking.
It's amazing how short the scabbard is compared to how long the sword is, because the sword is like 45% handle.
Oh yeah, no joke. The handle is 40% of the sword.
Did you hear me say I measured it?
Oh no.
That sword is 67 inches from pommel to tip. I'm 63 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you sword.
Yeah. Konami says my showering is intense. He usually just washes his hands long enough to hum the opening 30 seconds to Evangelion's theme song and stop there. And then cry. I still love the meme that went around for a while of Netflix suggesting, animes for beginners, and Evangelion was on there. It's like, oh honey, no. not for beginners. Poor children. But yes, I do lots of intense, hyper-vigilant decontamination, because if I were to catch the bug, then I can't be there for my patients and my day job. And that's important. I need to be there for them. So I do my best to be a health kid. Also, I just don't trust people. In general. Oh, hey, I know this song.
He has a sheath.
Nice! Is it going to be long enough once we cut the extra off?
Yep.
Sweet. Didn't we just get done saying how the wood glue wasn't dry in that sheath and we shouldn't put anything in the sheath until the wood glue was dry?
I don't know, did you say that?
I did. I can show you on the replay later.
Nice. Then did you also notice that the sword did not go all the way into the sheath because it has this extra foam barrier?
I don't know how far down the wetness was.
But I do.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. I love you.
too. This is awkward. Our setup works great for you, babe, but I'm really tall.
You're really tall. I mean, I'm not using over here, so you could raise the camera up some if you wanted to.
Nah, it's okay.
It's just earlier you were crafting in the floor, so I'm figuring out the floor behind me where you were.
That's true.
Which unfortunately doesn't help with where you are.
That's okay, I have floor gremlin over here, it's fine.
You are such a floor gremlin. This tape job is coming along nicely.
Okay, let's see. Guys, I need you to give me a quick audio check, because I want to sand, but the belt sander is pretty close to the mic. So I'm going to turn it on for 10 seconds, and then you just let us know how it goes.
Watch your ears. How directional is this directional mic? Not bad, they say.
Not bad?
It brought us into the yellow and stayed there, but not into the red.
Okay, cool.
So I think you can sand. I just don't think I can talk over your sanding, but that's okay.
Maybe I can relocate it a little bit. I gotta see if I can switch. I gotta take it a little farther away.
Cool. You might need to reroute some power, but sure.
Yeah.
And then it gets further away from my fabric station. I'm okay with this rearrangement. Excellent. Good luck finding an extension cord. We have 40 extension cords in this house, and they're all in use. Oh! Konami says he could hear me just fine. Cool. Oh! Oh. You tempt the beast. Get it. Come here. Greet your adoring fans. Maybe. You know you want this. Come get it. Nice.
Yeah, suddenly cat.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Good girl. The Telly Cat. It is a mess over there. So our entire basement is mostly costume workshop, plus a lot of... We just randomly threw crap around, and we call it storage. But we tried to set up, like, the clean crafting side where I do all of my fabric stuff, and then the dirty crafting side where there's all the sanding and contact glue happening. But actually, the belt sander is still pretty close to where the fabric lives, which is also where the microphone on the computer is set up right now. So we have, like, the entire other half of the basement that Brian is trying to move into. Do you need help?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Entertain your adoring fans.
I will.
Everyone knows you're the cute one.
Beep, beep. Unless we're at a con and then you're the booth babe. Because that's socializing in person. I am good at socializing online. Brian is good at socializing in person. It works well that way. If you are ever on our social medias, it's usually me you're talking to. If you're talking to us in person, it's usually Brian you're talking to while I'm, like, somewhat hiding behind him. Or eating, you know, whatever. Yeah, the belt sander is quite heavy. I don't think you need to move it, like, all the way over there.
It's fine.
Okay. Now there's gonna be, like, sawdust in all the wig stuff and in all those bags that are down there. Just close the lid. Move all the foam that's on top of it and close the lid. What are you looking for? Those are overhead bins? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just close those. You gotta move the foam that's on top of them. Just close them. Yeah. Resourceful. Nice. And maybe move that bin full of bags. That's underneath of the belt sander. Thanks. I keep talking about reorganizing the basement, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
I love you.
I love you too. You're the best. Yeah. Alright. The tricky part of this tape job is taping, like, this little concave corner. Getting the tape to lay well there can be a little challenging sometimes. But we gonna do our best. It's gonna be okay. Small pieces of tape are key. Oh, you found another extension cord. That's not long enough. Not at all. It might actually be closer to see where the overhead lights are plugged into, up off the ceiling, and run that down. I still don't think that extension cord is long enough, but that's closer. Told you you'd need to reroute some stuff.
Oh wait, I have all these.
I'm not, yeah, you have that, and I'm also not using this orange one that's over here at the moment.
Fine, I got it.
Cool.
I got it.
Sweet.
Good thing.
You got this, I believe in you.
Love me.
I do love you. I love you so much. Frankensteining power cords together. Our house is such a fire hazard. Cramming tape into this little corner makes me really happy that I have, like, long nails. It's like, get in there with it. Protect the spine, Konami says.
Need adapter.
Uh-huh. Upstairs? Upstairs on the half wall.
Cool.
Probably. I think that's the last place I saw them. Aw. She's in her bed now. There she is. Sometimes she does get in her bed all on her own. Usually when she's done begging me for treats. For the moment. She's never really done. Only done for now. There we go. Corner navigated. Yeah.
Oh, let's use one on heat gun.
Cool.
Recycle.
You got this, babe.
To Sandlandia.
Nice. Oh my.
I dare to pet her.
How dare you, sir?
And back over by the treats.
Yep.
Feed me more.
She knows what she wants. What you looking for?
Nice. I just checking out chat.
Yeah, chat's awesome. We love you, chat.
Okay.
You gonna do the thing?
Yeah, nice.
Sweet. Yeah, it's a little better.
If they holler, just let me know.
I will. If the sanding gets to be too much, just holler, guys. We can always pause it. But I think you'll be okay. Sanding is okay. Sweet. Thank you. Oh, we're almost done with the first layer of tape. Heck yeah! One layer of tape is done! Yeah! This little horn is so cute. I love it. Got that nice ridge on the edge. Got a cute little like curly Q point that kicks back. It's adorable. More tape. Now we just keep throwing layers on it until I feel like it's sturdy enough to cut it apart, which is really subjective. It's one of those I'll know when I'm done kind of things. Still making sure I'm preserving that ridge as best I can. And on the next layers of tape is where I'm going to start smoothing out all of those lumps and bumps that are all over in there. So first layer of tape smoothed out most of the lumps and bumps from the tin foil. but there's still some bumps kicking around in there. So this layer of tape should start smoothing those guys out. And with painter's tape and masking tape, and with duct tape too, now that I think of it, if I start to lay it down and I notice it's going to buckle too much because of the curve underneath of it, I can just tear that same piece of tape in some different spots to get it to lay well. So I want to try to get the tape as flat as possible on this form. You see there, I can take my tape and rip part of it so that I can navigate this corner a little better. There we go. Chad, it's time to hydrate. The sanding continues. The sanding is complete. How's it do, babe?
It's doing pretty good.
Sweet.
I'm gonna add all the other details to it.
Nice.
This is a big sheet.
It really is. It's a big sword.
The portions on the sword might have made it slightly too wide.
Oh.
It's a really big sheath.
Yeah, the foam sheaths always end up like looking way bigger than they should compared to the sword. But that's okay. It's a big sword.
It has a big sword. Alright, now to grab reference images and start wrapping this thing.
Yeah. I believe in you. trying to fill a dent that I didn't realize was there until now. By stretching the tape over it without, like, super conforming to it. So I'm, like, putting a lid over the gap, or over the dent with tape. Just try to get it to lay a little better. Working pretty well, actually. I love when things actually work. Yay! That's a little better. It's kind of hard to see where all of, like, the bump outs that you don't want or the dents that you don't want, where those are at when you're just looking at the tin foil. And they start showing up more when you start getting tape on it. So if you start noticing those, just fix it as best you can with how you're laying your tape. Yeah, that's doing better now. Usually when I'm taping, I end up forgetting that one whole side of the piece exists. So I'm trying to do better about that today. How you doing over there, babe?
Pretty good.
What you working on?
Cutting foam and roughly a 2-inch wide strip.
Nice.
That's pretty much stayed almost 2 inches.
Nice.
That's an accomplishment for me.
GG.
Good stuff.
Your eyeballing skills are getting better.
I mean, I use a yardstick.
I mean, your, like, actually measuring things skills are also improving. What's everybody up to tonight? Konami is updating old art. Awesome. I've really enjoyed your posts of all of your throwback pieces.
Oh, Konami, actually, since you and Jay are both on, what do you think about possibly redoing the Spike print that you made Jason way back in the day? That was flippin' friggin' fantastic. That was one of my all-time faves. I still remember how excited you were when you were showing off the multi-layered wood grain on all the bullet holes. I would love to see that one brought to revamped and updated light.
Felicia one's good too.
I mean, you should have been proud. Like, you definitely deserve to be proud on that one, dude. You annihilated that picture, which I'm not sure, Vicky, if you've ever seen that one.
Spike?
No, it's one that, it was a piece that he did for my brother.
Uh-huh.
That was Vicious rolling through a blown out, it was like a shootout, basically, with Spike and Vicious. It was incredible.
But it's not the Spike I was thinking of.
I love, so you got the skills. You can smash it.
You said Spike and I thought you meant the Cowboy Bebop one.
Well, yeah, it is Cowboy Bebop, but...
Not that one.
Not that one, no.
Look, Konami just has a ton of good art.
Oh, yes, please. Vicky needs to see that one.
Yes.
It is. It's fantastic. I
Yes.
love it to death.
I am always down for viewing more Radiant Grey art. If you want to put it in chat, you can if it's a link. So you can paste a URL, but you can't like put an actual image file in chat. But if you've got a URL to it, you can do that. Otherwise, just text it to me. And then I can like hold my phone up to the camera. That also works.
Though if he wants to email it to you, then you can...
Yes, or email it to me. And then I can pull it up on the screen. We have options.
And it provides practice for us on how to do these shenanigans
Yes.
in Wizardry.
Yes. We're still figuring out how to wrangle the computer for Twitch streams as well. Sent. here.
Yeah, you just keep up our cam while you're doing that stuff
Yeah.
in the background.
Let's see if I can find that image. Let's see.
Heat gun.
Loud noise.
Not plugged in.
You did unplug it. You did sacrifice it for
Heat gun.
the belt sander. Got it. Let's see.
Just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of heights, yet it was me.
Still working on pulling up that picture. Ooh, thanks for the follow, Jay. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Please don't walk on the laptop. I see you eyeing that keyboard, kitten. He's so cute. Oh, thank you. Mwah. Oh my goodness. Hi. Mm-hmm. No? Oh, hi. Thank you. Hi. Mwah. Okay. Hi. Mwah. What do you think, baby kitty? Yeah? Oh my goodness. Come here. Yeah? Hi. Okay. Hi. Yeah? Oh my goodness. Hi. Demanding cat demand snugs. Hi. Oh my goodness. Where are we going? I will figure out how to get this image showing. As soon as the cat lets me.
Alright, I'm on it. Get in, prepare to be snugged.
Uh-oh.
Upside down.
Oh no. Shoop. Thanks for running interception, babe.
I got you.
Sweet.
Oh, yes.
I love the cat. All right, almost there. Fit to screen. There we go.
There we go.
Nice. Behold, that is gorgeous.
This was... Oh man, what year was that made, Nick? Because that was a while ago.
Sold.
Seriously, that's one of my all-time faves that you did, just because the scene is... it's such a good scene. I love it.
That's awesome. Okay, I bet you're not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Pokemon Monster?
Oh,
She's like, oh my god.
she's so done.
Still in high school?
Oh yeah, no, you were still in high school. I was thinking like 99 or 2000. But yeah, I remember you showed that thing to me, and it blew my mind for sure.
Sweet. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Show it off. Hell yeah.
His caption in his art book said it was made in 1999 for $20. Nice. Wait a second.
Nice. Meow kitten.
It's like, how dare you hold me, sir?
I know, right?
How dare you restrain me from my walking across the laptop? Worst cat dad ever. Just kidding, he's the best cat dad ever.
Yep.
Hey, you're back! That was fast.
Now I'll be right back.
Don't we have another one of those upstairs? So
No,
you don't
it's
have to
fine.
keep switching
It's
it back?
fine.
For,
We'll find
okay.
it later. Goodbye.
I. Sanders coming on again. Back in that awkward corner here. We're getting it.
So how's the horn progress going?
Going really good. I'm super pleased with how this horn is turning out.
You are a badass with horns.
I really like making horns for some reason. They make me very happy. Let's see, what all horns have I made? I made I made Nergiante.
Here's my favorite.
Ah, yes!
You should show this off, babe.
Yes!
Explain.
Hang on. Throw this piece of tape on here. Boop! Alright. Oh yeah, I think this was actually the first, like, legit crafty horn that I made. So this is my helmet for Valkyrie from the game For Honor. And she had this super cool ram's helmet, or ram's horn helmet, and it made me very happy. So this, instead of being hollow EVA foam like these horns are going to be, these horns are crumpled up tinfoil, which we all by now know that I love. And then I left that tinfoil in there, and I got the ridge on these horns by layering up a bunch of hot glue. And then for all this delicious, yummy texture up in there, I took yarn and I soaked it in Elmer's school glue. And I wrapped 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 until the whole horn was covered up. And then once that was all dry, we threw some paint on there. The rivets are all googly eyes, so I forgot that it rattled until I rattled it just now, and it made me happy. But I love this helmet. This helmet is my baby. She makes me so happy. But yeah, these were the first set of cosplay horns that I made, and they're still like super light, they're super durable, and I love them. So then after I made her, later, we made Nergigante from Monster Hunter World. And she has great big horns that stick up, kind of shaped similar to Narmaya, just bigger. Brian is digging for Nergi. I don't know where Nergi ended up. Oh, she's upstairs. Because we did CouchCon with her and she's still upstairs. Because we never put her away. Because we never put anything away. None of our costumes get put away ever. But Nergi's horns are kind of shaped like this, just bigger, and I'll show you here in a bit. But those I made with this same method, where I make my base form for one horn out of tin foil, all crumpled up, and then I covered it in tape, and I drew where my seam lines needed to be and cut the tape apart, and used that as a pattern to make hollow horns out of EVA foam. And I think I probably used like 6mm thick foam. It might be 4. I don't remember. It was thick enough, but not too thick. There's Nerdy Girl. Spiky boy! So these horns are hollow. And they make me happy. So that's all EVA foam. And we got that texture in there by scoring it with... I think I used a heat knife? No. Dremel? Maybe I did a Dremel on that one.
That's a Dremel.
Yeah. So these guys got scored with a Dremel before we learned the beauty of the heat knife. Or I guess while we were learning the beauty of the heat knife. Because her faceplate was definitely scored with a heat knife.
Heat knife's better.
Heat knives are better. I think we went with Dremel because we wanted like smaller, more finite lines.
Fine.
Fine. Whatever. I keep saying finite when I mean fine. Words are hard. It's late. I already used my brain today. But yeah, these horns are hollow foam, so I can squish them, which is kind of nice for packing them. Because Nerky's big and takes up a lot of space. Especially when we try to cram her in the same container as Rathalos also. And that's a lot of armor in one bucket. So, yeah, also super lightweight because it's solid. So, Narmi's horns are going to be more crafted like Rathalos's, or Nergigante's horns. Words are hard, y'all.
I love you.
I love you too.
Great.
Thanks.
You're doing the hard part. I'm just down here crafting and looking pretty.
You are crafting and looking pretty. I love you.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you want to close your contacts, man, or is it good?
That's good.
Okay. It's kind of been open for a while, so I wasn't sure.
It's fine.
Sweet. Yeah, we don't bring out For Honor very much because the rest of the costumes I did not do a good job on. But I like smashed that helmet. We had the helmet up on display for most of the Christmas season. We should find like a permanent display for her. Almost done with this layer of tape. I think I want to keep going. Don't think 2 is enough. More tape! Brian is holding a Dremel in his teeth? Question mark?
My hands were full. I love you.
I understand that your hands were full. I'm just questioning your life choices. almost there on this layer.
What did you say?
Almost done with this layer.
Wah.
Hi. What you need?
Nothing. I mean, like it.
Hi. Mwah.
Ah.
Yay. Alright. Second layer of tape is done. Let's do more. So after layer 2, we're looking a little smoother. Still got that nice ridge on the outside. And we covered up some of the dents and hollows that we didn't want in there. So now we continue on with another layer. We'll see how we look after 3. Right now, with just 2 layers of tape, I don't think that's sturdy enough to hold the shape of the pattern pieces once I cut them apart. So we do more tape.
So once you finish up with the horns,
Uh-huh.
what's going to be your next step to work on with the costume?
After the horns are done, probably sanding the ears so that I can get those primed. I think the plan for the ears is to sand down the edges so that they get all nice and even and smooth. And then we will prime all that foam with some Elmer's glue for a nice smooth finish. And then we'll paint them. We'll give them a base coat of some skin tone-ish paint, whatever I can find that's close enough to my pasty self. And then I will finish dialing in the complexion on the ears with whatever makeup that I'm gonna end up wearing. Just whatever my normal daily wear makeup is. This normal makeup is what I have used to blend in latex elf ears that I've purchased in the past. And it worked really well. So I'm hoping it'll work well on foam as well.
Nice.
At least that's the theory. I could do all of the coloring in paint if I really wanted to. But I know I have makeup that works well with my complexion and is pretty close. As opposed to having to mix a bunch of paints, because that just sounds like a pain in the butt. Work smarter, not harder. Ish. Depends on the day.
Long sword.
Long sword is long.
Yep. Now you're calling that kid.
Oh, thanks. Hands me phone back. Immediately takes phone for progress pictures.
Quiet, Hugh.
I love you, babe.
Love you too.
I can't be quiet. I'm streaming. Hydrate, chat. Oh, she just flipped upside down. It was very cute. Okay, you're the best. I bet you. Oh, sorry. You're so cute. Love the Charlie cat.
Silver screens, believing everything we come to see. Go outside, it feels so good. We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe. We just see everything. Just see everything. Just see everything we believe. Just see everything. Just see everything. You seem so rehearsed, but do you really care? I always feel like you never were. You're part of me. Silver screens, believing everything we come to see. Go outside, it feels so good. We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe.
We getting there, chat. We getting there. 3 layers of tape might be enough. We might be done with taping after this layer. Hopefully. Jury's still out, but hopefully.
almost done with the base form of the sheath.
Oh, awesome. That did not take you long at all.
Nope. I'm gonna take my time on the sword because it's really the only major armory prop that Narmaya has.
True.
Vicky is the meticulous detail fabric person.
Yep.
And I am the big chonky prop guy.
So Brian doesn't have a whole lot to do on this cosplay. But that's okay. Because sometimes we have builds that are like way more armor than fabric. It all balances out in the end. What's Brian's matching cosplay? That is a very good question. We're not sure yet.
What'd you say?
Your matching cosplay for...
Probably gonna be Percival.
Yeah, probably Percival. We're still not 100% sure on that, but probably. Which he's a more armored, chonky boy. While still being very pretty. But yeah, we'll see. Coincidentally, we know we want to make Brian the new Kai Kisk design from Guilty Gear Strive. But we aren't 100% on what my matching costume will be for that, because we're still waiting for Dizzy to get announced. I really hope they put her in the game.
But if Dizzy is not announced, we will definitely do a May cosplay.
Because May is also adorable.
And like any May, she must have her matching counterpart. So I, of course, will be a dolphin. Yeah, no, legit though. The May costumes look pretty easy, and I'm looking into those inflatable blow-up like outfits, and I want to see if they have one of those for a dolphin that I can then paint up like the May dolphin.
I guarantee it exists. I guarantee it exists. It's gotta exist.
Yep. I think that'll be a fabulous couple cosplay.
The flame sword guy. Percy's the flame sword guy, right?
Yeah, Percy's
Yeah.
flame sword guy. The other option that we're leaning towards in Grand Blue is a character that isn't in the fighting game yet, but probably will be soon because he's the coolest character that they got in the male area. It's a guy named Siegfried, Black Knight. He's essentially the token, cool-looking Black Knight character that is in every genre of anything. That's too cool to be the main character. So I guarantee you he'll be in the fighting game probably next DLC patch.
Yeah, he looked pretty cool too. We are in the home stretch of layer 3. Konami says he thought our May counterpart was going to be Johnny.
Oh, I'll probably do Johnny as well. Vicky has never seen my Johnny because that was my very first cosplay, and that of course was back in the day of like regular actual film, not digital photography. But yeah, I still remember Nick, when you and I were like running to Hot Topic in the mall to find pirate patches to stick on my on my hat and on my belt.
Nice.
It was good times.
I miss the days when Hot Topic had things I liked. But yes, the old Johnny pictures have been lost to time. That or I need to sit down in your mom's living room and dig them out.
I'm sure my mom has them.
I guarantee your mom still has them. I have seen your Ace cosplay. I have not seen your Johnny.
Okay. There we have rough added versions of Sheath.
Versions
Let's
of
see here.
Sheath?
Versions. Added things. Yeah, so we added the double stacking ridge there. And then we added the... Yeah, how do cameras work? The bottom cap to be all decorative and nice. Now to just spend like a ridiculous amount of time sanding, because that's all foam costumes.
Sand until cry.
Oh yes, I did make the J emblem of my Johnny out of paper and marker and taped it to my bedazzled belt buckle.
Classy.
Oh yeah, it was very classy. Also, that was back in the day when I was very modest, so I wore a black undershirt underneath my trench coat, and I remember going to a photo shoot where there was like a 6'8" black dude that was just jacked and dressed as Testament. He was like, "Sup, dude? Why are you hiding behind that shirt? You look good. Strut your stuff." And I'm like, I'm too young for this conversation.
You were so cute and innocent back then.
I was so cute and innocent back then. Yeah, that was good times. I love Guilty Gear. I love all the
Heck
character
yeah.
designs. Black Testament. I'll be curious if they bring Testament back.
I liked Testament. I mean, I like most of the characters.
Super edgelord.
Heck yeah.
Old Man Cliff.
Yes. Yes.
And of course, Classic Justice.
Oh, yes. Bring back the mech.
And her very giant crotch piece.
Ovipositor. It is called an ovipositor.
Ovipositor?
Yes.
Okay.
I read it once, and for some reason I remember this fact. Also, that cat would like treats.
Okay, can you use your fingernails to get off that piece of,
Try. There you go.
the power of nails?
I'm magic.
Guess I'm walking the wrong way, Dad.
Poor cat. We do give her plenty of treats once we finish crafting. Don't worry. The cat is not that deprived.
I mean, she's gotten like 6 on stream.
It's true. I think she's got more than that.
Ugh.
I mean, for the most part, we just let her do whatever she wants, which is pretty awesome. She's a pretty spoiled kitty, in the best ways possible. Oh, belt sander! Alright. Third layer of tape is done. Hydrate, chat. Okay. That feels pretty stable. Go. We still have some lumps and bumps on there, but it's way better than it was. Still kept that nice ridge on the edge. Yeah. I think we can call that good on our tape layering. Just texted me a gem. Brian, stole my phone. Where's my phone?
Huh?
Where's my phone?
It's right here.
Konami texted me.
Oh, snap. What did he send?
A gem, he says. Oh my.
Is it embarrassing?
No. It's your brother being super adorable. Where did you dig that up?
Oh, snap.
Nice. Since that's not actually you, I won't share it for privacy's sake. But that is a gem. And I need to share that with Jay.
Yep. Immediately text to Jay.
Yup. I think I have to download it first. Is that how phones work? Yes. Sweet. Yeah, Jay needs to see that. And send. Sweet. ASIN 2002 or 2003 maybe?
That seems about right.
Yeah. Lol. That's hilarious. I love it. Alright. Now, before we cut this bad boy apart, I'm going to remember to take a progress photo because I literally almost forgot just now. Progress photos! Sweet! Now that I've remembered to take my progress photo, now I can draw out where I want my seam lines before I cut it apart.
We should probably take some progress photos of the sword, too.
That's on you. What?
But I'm holding it.
Oh. By sword you meant scabbard.
Yeah, I'm
And not actually the sword at all.
Yes.
Alright, it's big, so you like back up some.
Well, get finger on it.
And I will also get detail shots, yes. I also want to get a full shot. Listen. Okay, full shot. You're still too close. I can't quite get this whole pose. Oh my goodness.
It's fine.
We'll try that.
Cool.
Right. Nice.
Progress shots made. Oh, so fun thing to do with foam after you're done sanding, you have a lot of frayed edges and stuff on there. Take a heat gun and just blast them off. You want to do this, you you don't want to spend too long on there, because if you apply too much heat on the heat gun, it will seal the pores. And we want the pores to be open a little bit so that when we apply the glue, it'll absorb into the layer of the foam. Which that's going to be my next step, is covering this with about 8 layers of Elmer's glue over the period of the next week to make it nice and firm.
Yeah.
But first
heat gun. No contact cement on my fingers. There we go. Alright. Trusty Sharpie. We're gonna draw seam lines wherever we feel like it makes sense. So obviously we're gonna pop a seam line on that ridge there, because that makes sense to put a seam there.
Can you dig it?
Cool. And for every seam line that we draw, we want to draw registration marks. So, right now that is just the one seam line on the ridge. Now we want to draw registration marks or matching marks, whatever you want to call it, which is just a hash mark across the seam we just made. And that makes it easier to make sure the pieces match back up when we do it in foam. Sweet. So I want more seam lines on here. Trying to decide how many seam lines I actually want. I don't feel like just 2 pieces is going to be enough to navigate all of those curves. I'm not even sure 3 would be enough. Well, I know to make this notch happen. Konami's leaving to join a round of Earth Defense Force 5 with Izzy and Steve. We'll be here in spirit. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Konami. We appreciate it.
Later, man.
You're
Have
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
I think this will do.
Nice.
Trying to Elmer's glue the hell out of this thing. I think Elmer's or wood.
I still say Elmer's.
Yeah, I say Elmer's as well.
I just like the Elmer's glue better for some reason.
Yep. Keep the sword in it to hopefully get it to like stay straight.
You might want to do your brush strokes upward. Because if you do your brush strokes downward, it might be just enough pressure to start moving that scabbard down off of the sword.
This thing is
Cool.
snug.
What do you think on this guy?
Yep.
On seam line placement? I know it just makes sense to have a seam on that ridge.
Yep.
Should I do vertical seams? Or should I do horizontal seams? Or do a mix?
Gotcha.
I'm not quite
Do
sure.
you
where
need
to put
another
my
piece?
seams. Oh yeah, to navigate all of these curves, it's gonna need definitely more than like 2 pieces.
One going down the backside.
Right.
So like 1 piece, 2 piece,
4 pieces. Yeah, that might make it.
then 3 piece, 4 piece.
Yeah, that might do it.
Just split in half.
Yeah, we'll try that. Cool.
I think that'll be fine.
Cool. Let's see. Some heat shaping may be required.
Yes.
My brain tends to operate in fabric patterning mode, where everything like must lay perfectly flat, as opposed to foam crafting mode, where you have the ability to actually heat shape some things. Let's try that.
And I'm going to be playing with a vat of Elmer's glue.
Nice.
We're actually really enjoying this as a coating mechanism. The only downside is it takes about probably like 6 coats in order to like really get a nice hard shell on the object. And of course it takes like 5 to 6 hours to dry each coat. So we're gonna have the sword's basically just gonna be strung up from the ceiling, and I'm just gonna be applying coats twice a day for like half a week. And hopefully it all turns out good. It's our first time using it, so the potential of catastrophic failure is always there. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah. This is also the first time we've given ourselves like all the time that we want to make something instead of deciding a month before a con that we can bust out 2 very intricate costumes at the same time.
Yeah.
This whole quarantine thing has been pretty good to us as far as crafting goes.
It's very true.
Is this really what it's like to take our time on things? It's so weird. Okay, so we are gonna try doing this bad boy with 4 pieces to our pattern. I'm still real tempted to make it more than that. But I'm trying not to overcomplicate things. Careful, don't die.
I'm good.
Brian's tripping on things over there. Don't be tripping, bro. Don't be tripping. Alright. So now, not the best light, but you can kind of start to see we've got a seam line going right here. We've got a seam going along the ridge. And we've got a seam going along the inner edge just opposite of that ridge. And that split our horn pattern into 4 pieces. Last step before we grab the scissors, which I tend to forget this step, is to label the pieces. This is important. Alright, so this is my front side. Front, top, front, Nope. Back, top. I almost wrote front, back. Back, top. Back, bot. And front bot. I also like to draw arrows telling me which direction is up on the pattern. That helps me keep things straight. Now, obviously, like the top pieces with this point, I'm not as prone to forget which end is up on those pointy guys. But these wedge-shaped pieces, once you get those cut apart, gets kind of confusing to remember which way is up and which way is not. So there we go. So now I've got my arrows drawn, telling me which way is up. So my arrows go from the base of the horn here out to the tip of the horn up there. Hopefully that's enough to help me remember what goes where. Let's see. If you even want to go one step further, you can label like which seams to put together in order. So like up here I can call this seam 1. So I'm going to write a 1 on one side and a 1 on the other side. Because that's the first seam I'm going to put together. The second seam I'm going to put together is going to be a 2. So I'm going to put a 2 on both sides of the seam. Let's see. Third seam I'll put together. See, actually I probably don't want to go in that order. Probably want to go in the opposite order. Everything's fine. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. I make it up as I go. So I actually want to put the point together first, I think. That makes more sense. Yeah. So... yeah, we put the pretty stuff together first. Because at the end, things might not match up right, and they might not be pretty anymore. So we want the end, where it's not going to be pretty, to be the parts that aren't going to be seen as much. So let's do the pretty parts first. So... now the top outer seam, which is what gets seen the most, that's going to be our number 1 seam. And we'll do our number 2 seam up there. Oh, I know. I'm still doing it wrong. Yeah, that's still wrong. Third time's the charm. I got this. I'm going to attach the front top to the front bottom first, then attach the back top to the back bottom, and then I'll attach the side seams. That will make more sense. Yes, so we want this seam to be 1. We want this seam to be 2. This seam is going to be 3. Make sure that actually looks like a 3. This seam is also gonna be 3. And these guys back here are gonna be 4. Yes. 4. 4. He did it!
Huzzah.
Hey!
Go team!
Cool. So now that I have a bunch of scribbles everywhere, we are going to attach the front top to the front bottom first. So that's going to give us our front half. Then we're going to attach our back top to our back bottom piece. That'll give us our back half. Then we're going to take those 2 halves and connect them starting at the very tippy top and connect the outer seam first. And then we'll connect the inner seam after that. I may or may not reverse which seam I do last. I might do the inner seam first, and then the outer seam last. I'll play with it. But definitely think it's going to be a better plan to do the front half, and then the back half, and then put halves together. Yay! Gotta find my phone. I'm gonna remember to take a progress picture. Oh wow. And it's 10 o'clock here. We should probably wrap it up soon. I gotta work tomorrow. Didn't realize. Yeah, lucky you. Jerk. Sweet. Alright. Do I cut this out now, or do I call it while I'm still ahead?
I think call it while you're still ahead.
That is usually the better plan.
Now, before we log off, why don't we showcase Nick's
Heck yeah.
video once again?
Alright, guys. So, to close out for today, we want to show you a special feature presentation. Konami, who was in chat earlier, is also known as Radiant Gray, and he is our super amazing art friend who has done so much awesome art commissions for us, including the chibi stickers that you may have seen in our shop. He did our Zaya and Rakan chibi stickers, and he also did our Monster Hunter World cosplays in chibi form. So he put together for his Patreon patrons a time lapse of his work on those, and he shared it with us so that we can share it with you. And if you like what you see, please go check him out on his socials as well. Those will be at the end of the video. Let me fiddle with some things here, and we will get that video pulled up for you shortly. Please hold for tech weirdness. Me and computers, we don't always get along, but we try. Where was this? I think it was this.
Yeah, bring it down.
There's that. And there's that. And there's that. Yeah, that's how I did that. I'm remembering how this works.
You got this.
Make sure that's on the right thing. Hello?
Do you need to put it in front of window capture?
Window capture's off. That shouldn't matter. Should be right there, but it's not showing. I'll get this figured out. Coming out? No. Let's try window capture again.
It might be a cropping issue. Just bring down the don't full screen the movie.
Cool. I can do that. Boop. Nope, that didn't work either.
Yeah, it resized it on the other screen, so it is capturing it. It's probably just a cropping issue.
Video screen? No. Or did? No.
Try hitting play and then stopping it.
Cool. I can do
Make
that.
the screen, just have it go and then have it stop. And then have it stop.
Okay.
Did not fix the capturing.
It did not. What if I just add a new source?
Add new source.
Yeah. That can go away. We'll figure it out. It was working yesterday. I think this was how we did it yesterday, actually. Oh, that's weird. No. Hello. Let's try that, maybe? Yay, that should do. Okay, hold up a second. Oh, but there's no sound.
Okay. You can still make it work. Go ahead and stop it.
I don't know how. It's just playing. Ah! That's not what I wanted because it just plays and it doesn't let me stop it.
Yep, try window capture.
Yes, go. That's not pulling up anything.
See if you can just capture that entire screen.
Then that's not going to be window capture, that's going to be display capture, which is what I was trying over here. But the challenge we were having is it's only giving me this display, it's not giving me that one. Because when I do that, nothing happens.
So that's fine. Do a screen swap. Just pull it
Oh, right.
over to the screen.
Right. I have that capability.
Yes, you do.
Please hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. Whoop.
There you go. Oop.
No.
Okay, yeah, go for it. There you go.
Because I want to make sure it's working. And then I go over here.
Blow it up. Boom. There you go.
But it's not showing over there. And it should be.
That's okay. Now go over there. Get the display capture up.
Put it up there.
Yep.
It's still not working. Because it should be on top of all of this. Ah! Hang on. I think I know what I need to do. I think I need to open it in something completely different. Stop it. Open with Windows Media Player. Now you can go away.
Minimize it so you can pull it over to the screen.
Let's try that. And then let's try this. We're almost there. I swear we're almost there. Why is it not there? Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Just let me show the thing. I want to show the thing. Oh, there it is. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Why are you being a jerk?
Yeah, just it done.
Let's try that. Let's try that. Fit to screen.
What's your crop setting on it?
Edit transform. No crop.
Your
There is no crop. There is no crop.
the sizing is 1584 by 104.
But there's no crop.
That's no. That is the crop. The crop is the size. You need to adjust the size. Yeah, increase that. By like 900.
That didn't fix it.
I got nothing. Unfortunately, technical difficulties are preventing us from actually showing the thing.
It borked. I want to show the thing.
Well, here, just load the media up direct like you did before, and then just hit play on the other one. You'll get the audio from one, the visual from the other one.
Cool.
That's the workaround.
Sweet. Media source. Okay. Add. Yes. New. Yes. Add.
Now just load the file.
Yeah, it's just checking what those settings were. Boop. Boop.
Yeah, now hit play on the sound.
Hang on.
There you go. Now hit play.
Play.
There you go.
Yay!
We did the thing.
Kind of. So, like we were saying, Radiant Grey does awesome artwork. There we go. I realized it was spelling the sound. We just can't hear it, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Media source sound. Cool. Yay! So yeah, Radiant Grey did these super cute chibi designs of our Nergigante and our Rathalos cosplays, as well as our Kirins. And he did our Zaya and Rakan as well. What we absolutely love about Radiant Grey's work when we commission him for our cosplays is he doesn't just make artwork of the character that we're cosplaying. Instead, he makes artwork of us cosplaying the characters. So he works in every little detail that we did on our own cosplays. He works in our own personality, which we really love that it's not just artwork of the character, it's us. Working in super fun dance ponies. When we made the Kirins, we put lights in all of the fur, so they're rave ponies, and they make us super happy.
Yeah, so you'll see here at the end of the video, there's all his social information, as well as the Patreon tiers and all that stuff. So feel free to definitely go check him out. He's an awesome dude. But that's going to be it for us tonight.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and call it there. We really appreciate you guys hanging out. And
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
catch y'all later.
See ya!